What's happening, guys? It's later Tuesday. I'll be with you in a second. Some of you guys remember me saying there's going to be a rust repair video coming on this 01 Duramax Chevy 2500 HD of mine. So without further ado, I had it outside. It is washed with Dawn dish soap. Any dish soap will be fine. Something to cut any grease that might be on it. Give you the quick rundown on what's going to happen here. Rusty rockers, cab corners. That's one project, both sides. Hold on a second. Step number 2. Door bottoms, inner door bottoms and probably outer. Now these are really clean, but as soon as I pulled the weather strip off the inside, it pulled some of the paint off. So I am going to clean those up. However, anybody who owns one of these and has it in the salt, you know what happens to the rear ones. Oh yeah, those are going to need some loving. And like I've told in previous videos, this truck's been oil sprayed. There's oily, grimy goodness down in the doors, and it didn't stop it. So we got that. Disgusted yet? Got some lights out in here too. It's making it kind of a pain in the ass to see. Have to buy some light bulbs. Same thing, that door bottom, that's a rear door, passenger side. And passenger first row seating, it's not really in bad shape. Just a couple bubbles, and you can see like right there it pulled the paint off. You can see the gray of the double-sided tape, and then behind it you can see that shiny and some dull gray of the galvanized steel. But look at that. Isn't that awesome? We got a hole here. Hello? And as a lot of people have mentioned before that have done these, I know HPR had one, a half-ton version of this truck, Silverado. Up in here, in between the panels, there's a bunch of foam in there. You got to dig that out before you even think about welding on it. Now, I think he was putting his cab corners in without pulling the bed off, but you guys really can't see that, but there's just, it's going to be hell to weld back there. So I am probably going to take the bed loose on this truck and slide it back a little bit. There's only, let's see, I think there's only 4 or 6 in this bed. I know there's, can't even see where the hell they're at. Yeah, I think there's 4 in this short, it's a short bed. Sorry, I got you guys zoomed in to beat the band here. And for those of you who are wondering what the hell happened with my salt spreader, well, it's back together. I got all pissed off on Saturday and just started bombing it back together. And this piece of metal is a new piece, and there's one underneath it that's brand new. I just ordered it. I probably could have fabbed it, but for the $200 I had in the 2 pieces, it wouldn't have been worth my time to do it. And have it, it probably wouldn't have been this nice. I don't have a metal brake or anything here. Plus this is pretty heavy steel. This is little bigger than 16 gauge, I would say. Maybe 14. I don't know if it's, well, why don't we see what it is instead of guessing. Metal gauge. Now, it does have powder coat on it. Not sure where I can gauge it at, but if I grab two of these together, yeah, that's probably 3/16, I would guess, with both of those. So each one would be, let's see, yeah, that's 14 gauge steel. Oops, sorry, you guys aren't getting a very good zoom on that. It's got some powder coat on it, so it's a little wider, but that's 14 gauge steel. And I don't have a metal brake, and even if I did, boy, that thing would look like holy shit after I got done beating it with tools of mass destruction. So anyway, it's all back together. It runs. There she is. Back to the truck. Other things of interest. About when this truck was almost brand new, somebody got me in a parking lot hit and run, and right here at the 4 it's rolled in just a touch, and I can't find a way to get behind it. I've pulled the tail light and there's actually a steel barrier in there. I can't get behind it to dolly that out. I may try again, and then I know you guys can see that. Boop. That one shouldn't be too bad. God damn it, come on. There we go. And then there's some miscellaneous scuffs and scratches, but no real dents in the bed sides of this truck. This was my driver for 10 years before it went to a fleet truck, so it's, other than the rust, it's not beat up. Just some scuffs and scratches and a couple dings here and there. Other points of interest are the hood. It's all stone chipped up in the front, and there's actually, I don't know if you can see it with it being soaking wet, it probably makes it easier. I don't know if the camera will pick that up. You can see it now. There's a ding there. When I used to live with my folks, the first year I owned this truck, we had a weed eater fall off a hanger on the wall, and the metal foot that's under the gas tank that will help it stay upright when you set it on the ground hit it right here. And there's also, and boy, I don't even think you're gonna see that, but there's a boing in here too. It's kind of right down there, but nothing major. This truck is not getting an all over, not at this point. Let me close some doors here. Now you can see the truck, I mean, it's not trashed inside. It was pretty dirty after using it all summer, but my buddy borrowed it and cleaned the interior out for me. Thank you, Andy. Just a quickie on that, but it's better than it was. Just to give you an idea. You see that? 209,996, almost 210,000 miles on this truck. Original transmission, knock on something wood. And original motor. Had a set of injectors put in it at $1.50. And that's it. They started leaking down and filling the crankcase with diesel fuel. So that's about it. Some other things I might address. Can't remember if it's this side. I think it's the other side. Yeah, you can see some rust starting to peek its head about here. And I'm sure as soon as I pull those fender flares off, there's going to be something. But they're solid behind, the best I can tell. That doesn't mean anything though. Since this is now a work truck, depending on how bad it is, if it's not rotten and starting to get full of holes back there, it's just going to get Duraglass behind those fender flares. And then both bed sides will get paint and primer where required, and then clear the whole bed sides. And I will probably eraser wheel the 4x4 stickers off of the truck and buy new. I know you can scuff them and clear over them, but I got to get these bed rails off too, this diamond plate stuff. And this is nothing but double-sided tape. But it must be some badass double-sided tape, because they were there. the first weekend I owned the truck, I went and bought those diamond plate bed rails, and they've definitely saved it. I'm sure that from them moving a little bit, you can see stone chip or a chip from it right there, but other than that, it's really saved the bed sides of the truck for sure. And then I know there's some dings in the back of the cab, but there's no broken paint back there, and I'm already over it. So there you guys go. That's a quickie. I'm getting the light here. I'll get this one uploaded for you guys and give you guys something to look at today. So hope you had a good Monday. I think I said it was Tuesday, but it's Monday. And we'll catch you on the next one. We'll see you. And one last thing to add. There's the cab corners on the bottom shelf of those sawhorses. And here's the rockers. You can tell they've been sitting around a while. One was in the box and one was out of the box. They're covered in dirt and overspray and everything else. I've had them for 2 years. So it's time to make them a part of this vehicle. Alright, there you go, guys. You can see how thick these damn things are. I want to say these suckers are 18 gauge. I mean, these are serious metal. For rockers, at least. I'm guessing they're 18. Oh, they're thicker than that, baby. Right there. Stay focused, you son of a bitch. They're 14 gauge. They are thick, thick. I'm sure the cab corners are not 14 gauge, so let's take a look at one of those real quick for a good laugh. I'm gonna guess 16 or 18 on these. 18. Oh, shaky cam, shaky cam. 18 gauge. Probably says right on the damn thing. Nope, it does not say. Might say somewhere. Does the other one say? Let's see. I don't see anything. These are 18 gauge though. Interesting. Oh well. Enough of boring you guys to death with that. I'm really done now. I'll catch you later.